whatever output you can think of in life will be determined by these 5 factors. You need to simply draw the bridge. Where do I want to be? What's my ideal situation in the next 3 months? Results come from the correct inputs and processes under the right conditions. That's when you get those results. You want to reverse engineer and ask yourself, what does it take in order to get myself to achieve these goals? Do you know the fastest way to change your results, guys? There's 5 departments that we talk about. Okay, 5 primary departments when it comes to your life, okay, that will dictate absolutely everything, okay? And like I said, I want you to remember where you are in each of these realms is completely your fault. So number 1, we have health. So underneath health, I want you to think of where you are right now health-wise. Are you fat? Are you skinny? Are you out of shape? Or are you in shape? Are you happy with your current body right now? Okay, you make that conscious decision, that answer yourself truthfully, okay? Now, guys, a key thing here is when you want to improve, right, in any form or shape in your life, the first thing you need to actually remove is ego, okay? The thing that kills improvement, especially with men specifically, it's still in women, by the way, they're not free from this, but especially in men is this ego of like, you know, we have this version of who we are, and then there's this other version of who we think we are. The closer those 2 people are together, the more success you'll find in your life. Right? Now, when those people are very different, who you think you are versus who you actually are, I feel sorry for you. Okay? Because you're going to lead your life thinking you're an A player, but then you're going to question why you always get C, D results. Does that make sense? So the first thing you need to focus on aligning is what? Who I think I am versus who I actually am. Okay? Now, what's a good way to do this? Nobody cares what you think. Focus on the results. Okay? What have you achieved in your life in the nicest way possible? Okay? What have you achieved? That's what determines, you know, your output. I'm not talking about, one now is 16, I did this. And no, day to day, tell me, what do you achieve day to day? Do you find yourself growing day to day or getting worse day to day? So we talked about the 5 elements. Number 1, we have health. All right? Your health, your Deen, your development, your self-management, and your relationships. So we always talk about these 5, the 5 aspects of a human being. Where you are financially will always be determined by these 5 characteristics. What's my evidence? Okay, well, it's very hard to make good decisions, like to be, you know, to make a lot of money when physically you're not a healthy person, right? It's very difficult. Why? Because your energy is going to limit you to some capacity, all right? Deen, without Allah's tawfiq, you're not achieving bloody nothing. Okay? Therefore, again, problematic. Development. If you don't develop yourself, your income is definitely capped. Self-management. If you can't manage yourself, even if you have the income, again, it's going to naturally what? Affect your finances, etc. Okay? You oversplurge maybe, you etc. So even finances, it comes as a result of these 5 things. Your relationships. If people don't like you, no one cares how skilled you are. You're not going to be able to stay in a position for a long time. Nobody likes you. Doesn't matter what kind of value you bring to the table. If you're not good, if you can't get on with people and people can't get on with you, you're going to find it difficult to make any money. So honestly, your ability to make money or any output, whatever output you can think of in life, will be determined by these 5 factors. Does that make sense? Business and how successful business is, again, it's one of these outputs. All right? So like I said, guys, out of 5 right now, I want you to score each of these metrics. Now, I want you to add your score, inshallah, okay? And it should be out of 25. Are you happy with your result? Probably not, in most cases. So why do you expect a great output? You know, you actually achieve results when you stop focusing on the results and start focusing on the inputs and process that will get you those results. Does that make sense? Results don't come out of thin air. All right? The results do not come out of what? They don't come out of thin air. Results come from what? The correct inputs and processes under the right conditions. That's when you get those results. If you want anything in your life, right? Any results you want in your life, you need to backtrack. Forget results. What inputs and processes do I need to take care of in order to get that result? If you can take care of those, you automatically get the result. Focusing on the result actually makes no sense. Imagine, guys, I told you I'm dehydrated. So what's the goal? I need to hydrate myself. Imagine I worry about how can I hydrate myself. You'd say, shut up and drink some bloody water. perhaps for us, in the process of you drinking water, you'll become hydrated, right? Same thing. You want to make more money. Okay, forget the concept, I need more money. There's nothing worse than a man who's lazy but has big ambitions. It's the way he becomes a thief. He becomes a thief. Yeah, because he wants to achieve and he wants to stand here, but he's not ready to work towards getting it. So he's going to look for the quick, easy way. All right? So again, you have to establish right now, where am I? Where am I versus where should I be right now? And that's all, guys, right? You need to simply draw the bridge. Where do I want to be? What's my ideal situation in the next 3 months? What's my ideal situation? What do I want? Talk about whatever you want, the kind of person you are, underneath those 5 metrics, health-wise, finances-wise, every single thing, right? And then I want you to completely forget about that, okay? And I want you to solely build, what is it going to take for me to get there? Reverse engineer. Guys, I'm telling you, you see this whole thing, people talk about goals and you need to look at your goals frequently. Wallah, I don't look at my goals frequently. Let me just confess to you guys. And I don't get clients to look at their goals frequently. No one cares about your goals, etc. No. We understand what you want to achieve. Looking at it every day doesn't magically bring you there. You want to reverse engineer and ask yourself, what does it take in order to get myself to achieve these goals? I need to do 1, 2, 3, مثلا 4 and 5. I focus every day on measuring myself on 1, 2, 3 and 5, 1, 2, all the way to 5, sorry. And I understand that in the process of me making sure I'm doing 1 properly, 2 properly, 3 properly, up to 5, then the result within itself, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, with Allah's tawfiq, is guaranteed. So what you need to understand is, it's clear. I'm okay. Again, don't misunderstand me. Goal setting is important. Find the goal, set the goal, create the goal, but then ask yourself what needs to be done. All right, guys, can I ask you a question? ممكن سؤال. If I stay away from evil deeds, right? I stay away from sins. I complete all of my obligations, and I try to do as much khair as possible, and I just do my best to be a good person, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and I study the deen of Allah Azza wa Jal. Will I enter Jannah, inshallah? Of course, Tawheed first. Yeah, guys, I can, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, expect, bi'idhnillah, with Allah's tawfiq, I'll get into Jannah. So I don't sit there thinking all day. Which one of you guys sit there thinking, Jannah, Ya Rab, Jannah? I just think, I want to enter Jannah, and Jannah. No. Okay, we know the goal. We know where we want to get to. Let's make sure day to day our actions are aligned with our what? Our goals. So guys, if I was to ask you today this question, are your daily actions aligned with your goals? Are your daily actions aligned with your goals? Do you know the fastest way to change your results, guys? The fastest way to change your results, you have to change your actions. Fastest way to change your results is change your actions. What's the fastest way to change your actions, guys? You must change the way you think first. You actually must change the way you think. You need to change who you are, not just what you do. So there's 3 layers to change, guys, and I want to break this down to you. There's 3 layers of what? Of change. Okay, you have your outcomes. Now, what is an outcome? It's the result you want. Let's say, for example, more clients, better health. Then you have your process, which is the systems and habits that go into what? Attaining this results. And then you have your identity, which is what? Who you believe you are. So it's identity, systems, then you get results. Does that make sense? So guys, I want you to define your future self. This is one thing I get clients that's very, very powerful. This future me, who am I? All right? What character traits do I have? What things am I doing right now that contradicts my future self? The reason this is so powerful is if you view yourself, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, ya Allah, I want to be a muttaqi, I want to be a good person. Whenever you do anything that is against that behavior, you feel uncomfortable. Do you guys not understand? You genuinely, in yourself, you feel uncomfortable. It's like a Muslim holding a bottle of alcohol. It's difficult. It doesn't match identity. Right? It doesn't match identity. Right? You know, this is what I hate when clients tell me, I'm not a morning person. Wallah, you will never be a morning person then. Barakallahu feek. Khalas. You'll never be a morning person then. The guy who's never ever slept on time is telling me he's not a morning person. How do you and I know? How are we gonna know? You don't sleep on time. How do we know if you've never made it? You've never woken up in the morning to know if you're a morning person or not, right? Oh, I'm not good at this. Have you done it? Right. So guys, it's really important. If you're a Muslim entrepreneur doing over 100K a month, you cannot scale using the same system that got you to where you are now. You need to upgrade yourself as a founder. This is the exact same thing we've done for all our clients, and they've been able to 3 all the way to 10x in revenue. So if you would like us to do the same thing for you, then click the link in the description down below now.